Hey yo YouTube, what's good? It's your girl Dom and I'm back with another video. Today we got designers who should go to hell for their ideas, man. You ever been to a place, like maybe a bathroom or an ATM, it's terribly designed? You're like, wait, how am I supposed to get to this thing? That's what we about to watch, bro. Anyway, man, shout out to Be Amazed for this video. The original link is gonna be in the description. Make sure you hit them like and subscribe buttons and let's get into it.
Human beings are a little inconsistent when it comes to the quality of our design ideas. While some of our finest minds have come up with stuff like this, others have come up with stuff like this. Unfortunately, it's
Like you see the basketball court inside of a gate and it's fenced off. This is a basketball court, but there's a Tetris piece missing. And that's the ATM that I was talking about. La la la. That's what I mean, bro.
the bad design ideas that really stand out when we encounter them in our everyday lives.
That's just
Some
messed up.
design fails are so bad they're funny, but most of the time, they're either infuriatingly inconvenient or just plain awful. So, for your entertainment
look
and
gross.
education, let's check out some of the works of our planet's worst designers. While the current trend of companies producing more eco-friendly products is certainly a good thing, some companies do the whole movement a massive disservice through terribly designed products. And while many companies claim to care about the environment, some are
Those were individually
infuriatingly
wrapped
hypocritical
avocados.
in not practicing what they preach. Like National Geographic magazine, for example, who printed this issue on the global ecological threat that single plastics posed, which came wrapped in not one, but
plastic.
two single-use plastic bags. Then there's these biodegradable sponges, sold by a company who
That looked like a blunt on the end of it. Bro, it looked like somebody attached a Dutch to the end of the sponge. What?
proudly labeled them as made entirely from recycled materials. Unfortunately, it seems like this pro-environment message was lost on their packaging department, who decided to wrap the sponges in a plastic packet, as well as being individually wrapped in plastic too. But the
Damn.
biggest hypocrites in the world of allegedly eco-friendly design have to be Apple. The $2 trillion company recently made the controversial
And I don't have an iPhone. Yes, I am that person with the green message. Deal with it.
move to stop supplying earphones and charger wall plugs in the box with their new iPhones. Apple claimed the change was an attempt to be more environmental.
It was an attempt to get all y'all money. That's what it was an attempt for. Because you gotta buy the headphones, then you gotta buy the charger, then you gotta buy the charger cord. Bruh, that's too much.
Environmentally friendly by producing less packaging and electronic waste, built on the assumption that most people have a charging plug already. Now, this wouldn't be such an awful idea were it not for one important detail. The charging cables Apple supplied with their new iPhones only connect to USB-C ports. These types of ports are only found on the latest charging plugs Apple have released, meaning those with old standard USB charging plugs can't even use them. So anyone with these older plugs would need to buy additional items for the basic task of charging their
I just said that. I just said that. Y'all gonna have to keep paying and paying and paying. That's what Apple do, bro.
phone. For an official Apple wall charger and earphones, consumers could look forward to paying $40 extra for stuff other phone companies still provide as their standard. What's more, buying those accessories would land you with this much packaging waste in addition to the iPhone box itself. More waste than if the stuff came included as standard. On top of that, the additional emissions required to deliver this stuff to stores and people's houses means this so-called environmental effort actually works out worse for the environment. Reportedly, this move made each iPhone sale 1% more profitable for Apple. Some theorize this was intended to offset additional costs of producing 5G-ready phones. But considering how profitable iPhones already were, with the iPhone XS Max reportedly making 200% profit versus production costs per sale, it's still hard not to feel like consumers are being cheated, and all in the guise of saving the environment. Pretty outrageous, right? Well, if you want to balance
No, it's not outrageous. It's not outrageous at all. It's the Apple way.
out these devilish designs with something pleasant, be sure to like this video and
Ah,
subscribe to be amazed. With amazing fact-based content posted daily, it's a guaranteed way to counteract life's frustrations with hearty entertainment. But now, let's get back to some very unfriendly design, of which some of the
Ew.
most devious can be found in the apps we use every day.
Thanks to this,
They be getting y'all iPhone users, bro. I mean, granted, iPhones, they're good phones. However, I'm not paying my rent for a phone or my car payment for a phone. Like, those are just things I don't do.
The most recent sneaky design changes was delivered by Instagram with the intention of getting users to spend money. How? Well, Instagram's developers attempted to manipulate our muscle memory to try to get us to use their shopping features. They did this by releasing an update that sneakily changed the user interface in a subtle but very much intentional way. All the way from 2011 through to mid-2020, the notification tab had always been along the bottom of the in-app interface. But this update moved the notification tab to the top right corner, replacing its previous position with a tab devoted to Instagram's equivalent of eBay. This clearly intended to get users to misclick due to the muscle memory of where to go for their notifications in hope they might be drawn into buying a purchase. These purchases, in turn, would earn Instagram a fee. For those who noticed the sneaky attempt to capitalize on user habits to increase profits, it felt pretty sleazy to say the least. Though, if you're like
They
me,
always
this
trying to
only
get somebody
served to make me
money.
determined never to buy stuff from Instagram.
Ever. I will never have ever. I will never buy anything off of Instagram, bro. That is a scam.
But the selfie center of the world isn't the only app guilty of some seriously devilish tactics designed to get users to spend. Food apps are some of the guiltiest parties when it comes to coaxing cash from you.
Bro.
Like the McDonald's delivery app, which uses fake notification alerts which claim your order will be delivered soon in big text, with small text underneath that continues soon after you finally place it, order now, with a winking emoji. One Reddit user received the McDonald's notification in question while they were struggling with money, and had to suffer a moment of genuine distress and panic before they realized they'd been maliciously tricked by the app. If that's not a reason to uninstall out of spite, I don't know what is.
That's what I
Moving
do.
away from the cesspit of sneaky app design now and into the real world, it's time for some seriously bad designs from the world of town planning. Be it through unbelievable oversight or just plain disregard for citizens, town planners really fall short sometimes in the design department. Like the genius who thought it'd be a good idea to place street lights bright enough to light a stadium along this residential street in Cleveland, Ohio.
Nah,
Good luck sleeping at night with a miniature sun outside your bedroom window.
Nah. That would not be cool.
Then we have this
That's the one we
monstrosity.
seen in the intro.
Whether the pole got built before the ATM or vice versa is unclear, but the end product is one heck of an eyesore regardless. On the bright side, at least you get something to lean on while you wait for your transaction to process. But sometimes terrible town planning designs completely ruin a construction's intended purpose.
That look like fun. Man, I want to ride my bike on that road just to go up and down on the joint. Wee. Yo, bro.
Like this basketball court, the
Yeah,
designers of
that was
which
messed
took
up.
cutting corners to a whole new level.
That was messed
While
up.
this bizarre court shape is likely due to piping or wiring underneath the cornered area that regulations prevent building on, you'd have thought the planning division would have considered that beforehand. After all, how difficult could it have been to plan the court 10 feet to the left?
That's what I'm saying.
Some of the worst failures of urban
That is
design
terrible.
clearly have good intentions, but are delivered with such a lack of thought, it's hard to believe they ever got approved. Like the stop and alarm
look like
buttons
poop.
on this bus. Pretty easy to differentiate for most people, but for the visually impaired, not so much. And not just because they wouldn't be able to see the different colors. The main issue is both buttons say stop in Braille,
I was
rendering
about
the
to say,
addition
I was
useless
that's why I
and
was
potentially
that's why I was looking so hard at the screen, because I was looking at the Braille to see if like somebody who can't see, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I was like, what in the world?
embarrassing for the very people its dim-witted designers had tried to help. But sometimes helping the vulnerable is the opposite of what town planning departments attempt to do, such is the case with these benches in Philadelphia's subway system.
Yo, bro, those seats are retarded. I'm from Philly, bro. When I saw them, I was like, those look so familiar. I was like, I know them. Bro, they are so dumb. They're the most retarded seats I've ever seen in my life, bro.
Are designed to be too awkward and uncomfortable for homeless people to sleep on.
At
However,
all.
in making them intentionally inconvenient for the homeless,
They
the
made it
designers
inconvenient for
inadvertently
everybody.
made the benches completely uncomfortable for anyone who tried to take a seat on them.
Slide right
now,
the fuck
with
off.
no real purpose, they just sit there, looking like the aftermath of the Hulk taking his
Market
anger out on a
Frankfurt line,
radiator.
bro.
Moving from poorly thought out public spaces to disastrously designed
Yes.
personal possessions, we have this.
Man, I hate them seats. Whenever I took the Frankfurt line, bro, whenever I took the blue line, bro, I was like, what is the purpose of these seats? So you just standing there. I used to get so mad, bro. So I used to smoke next to the non-smoking signs and take selfies. Cause I'm gangster, bitch. I ain't give a fuck. I was like, y'all gonna do this dumb shit? Then we gonna do dumb shit.
This soldering iron, shared by Reddit user Stim Jerling, looks pretty normal at first, until you realize that the screw in the handle is so poorly placed that it touches the heating element inside. As soldering irons get very hot, with temperatures sometimes exceeding 800 degrees Fahrenheit, with a metal screw conducting heat to the finger of the user, this design fail isn't just dumb, it's dangerous. Staying on the topic of burningly stupid designs, we have this candle, purchased by another Redditor. The designers were so focused on producing something at low cost, they forgot to consider one important factor: the heat resistance of the plastic candle holder. For that reason, when lit, the candle melted its own container. If the candle wasn't scented before,
I was like, you can see
now,
it's off-centered. You can see it's not even in the middle. Like, it's supposed to be like right there. And it's not supposed to be plastic. Who puts a candle in plastic? Come on now.
Strong fragrance of toxic burning plastic. Hooray! Many of the bad designs people encounter are more deceptive than dangerous.
Scams is what I like to call them.
Like this listing on Amazon, appearing to advertise a unique dinosaur-themed pillowcase for kids. Seems like harmless fun, right? Well, for those who ordered it, this is what they received. Not only was the pillowcase not dinosaur-shaped, the kid from the
Yo, I'd have been so mad. I'd have FaceTime Jeff Bezos like, excuse me, sir, do you see this shit? That's
picture
fucked
was
up.
also printed onto it. Creepy. A similar case of pathetically poor printing was on show with this Amazon listing, which
Don't. It better not be
These are
the.
Smile Direct Club
It better not be a picture of the mugs.
liners. They're laser cut
I'm
for
alive, bro.
appear to advertise coffee mugs that change their appearance when filled with hot water, as demonstrated with before and after pics. However, what arrived was actually just a mug featuring a picture of the other two mugs. Both of these abysmal printed products were clearly
Ooh, I'd have been no. See the pillow, that's hilarious. Cause the pillow probably wasn't that much, but that mug probably wasn't that much either. But I know it was more than than the pillowcase, especially because they were advertising it like it changes, colors with the temperature. Bro, man, I'd have been mad. It went right back, right back. Son, put it right back in the box. I'd have, just right back. If the Amazon dude's still outside, I'm gonna catch him and have him send that motherfucker back.
scams, capitalizing on the success of the original product they were feebly attempting to imitate, and both were removed from sale shortly afterwards.
Alright, y'all, this video, I didn't realize it's hella long, so I'm gonna break this up, chop, into two. So, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. The original link gonna be in the description, and I will see you next time, baby.